That's quite okay, actually. And I mean,
Like we said, who hasn't done that?
Yeah, who hasn't done that? Everyone stared at a pair of shorts and cried and masturbated.
And we have a new mascot. Our new mascot for Social Justice Alchemy is Begay, an agender French elf who commits crimes. Begay, do crimes.
And do crimes.
Yes, Begay do crimes. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Social Justice Alchemy. Welcome to the Alchemy Bench. As you can see, limited crew today. The irregular regulars we have with us are Jonathan.
Hello there.
Sorry, Jonathan.
And Jonathan.
This has been a hell of a week.
Mm-hmm.
Just guessing. I mean, the rest of 2020 has been a shit show, so why should this week be any different?
Obviously, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
it has to be a trend.
Yeah, it's like it's a depression era of like the 1930s, the pandemic of 1918, and the civil rights movements of 1968 all come together to form 2020.
Mm-hmm. As the saying goes, 2020 has been the longest decade of my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking hell. But
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, last night I binged Behind the Police. It is a mini series brought to us by the guys who do Behind the Bastards. I don't know anything about Behind the Bastards, but
I know them.
Behind the Police is fucking phenomenal.
No.
It's Robert Evans of Behind the Bastards and Propaganda, black artist, musician. And they talk about the history of policing, mostly in the United States, and how it evolved. Evolved directly out of slave catchers and so on. Institutions deliberately intended to oppress, murder, and torture slaves.
Yeah.
And how the practices used by modern day police forces were very often initially instituted by those slave catchers, like setting dogs on black people.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that recently.
It is kind of wild. I mean, I knew that policing as an institution came from, in the U.S., it evolved out of those things. I didn't know it was so immediate and so direct and so on. But it is, each episode is an hour and a half, so it's a bit more of a time than some podcasts. But
definitely check it out.
Yeah. There are only 2 episodes in at the moment. I don't know how far they're intending to take it.
Well, I have listened to some of Behind the Bastards. Like I'm going back in through the back catalog, and I just finished like recently their like Osama bin Laden like episode, where apparently on one of the thumb drives at the Osama bin Laden compound, we don't know if this is like some bin Laden's possessions or like it's something that his sons had, but like he had some like Japanese porn, the hentai, but the old classic kinds, and he also had like the big H hentai in Bible Black as well. So that was an interesting episode of Behind the Bastards. But no, I like their stuff, so I'll check out the Behind the Police and add it to my podcast rotation, which there's a lot of podcasts I need to catch up on, which is like, reminds me like to ask, like, do you guys like listen to podcasts when you do, if you do, at normal speed, or do you want to like catch up from it so much do you listen to it like at 1.25 or 1.5 speed?
I listen to them at normal speed. Listening to them sped up would probably bug the fuck out of me.
Yeah, the same here. I mean, it's the thing, isn't it? You hear yourself a bit warmer, and then you hear yourself from a recording, and it's like, what the fuck is this? It's very high pitched, and
yeah.
that's been a constant part of my life for the last 20 odd years, and so I can't really deal with high-pitched voices. But I think that's a very good point to say. When you first said I binged behind the cops, I definitely had a mental image of you going behind cops, like during an event or something, and binging whiskey or something. That was pretty.
Go to a
pretty
protest, sneak behind
disorienting,
police lines, and just chug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I listen to anything audio at normal speed.
Yeah.
That's
can't
right,
deal with
Joe. All cops are bastards. Not all bastards are cops.
Agreed. Well, for me, because I have the advantage of like being able to like listen to podcasts while at work, because like I'm in one of those departments where I'm the only person in the stock room, so that's and my manager doesn't care as long as I get my work done. So all day, every day at work, I listen to like podcasts, and so that's something I can like do. And I love it because like I also mix in like the anarchist podcast or like anarchist audio, like resistance audio or audible anarchist, or like get some like leftist propaganda in there, as I'm also listening to like the back catalog of the Podquisition or like Fish Shop Marketing or like other podcasts like that. Yeah. So how's everyone's week been so far?
J.K. Rowling's a turf.
Yes, it's just like, again, she's proven that she's a turf. Oh, that's one thing that's like has happened recently and kind of like shows that there's actually real world consequences of this. From a headline I saw on my Facebook feed, a Republican state senator or a Republican politician in America cited J.K. Rowling's like manifesto in why we should deny like trans people's like rights, as it were. So
she was
yes.
abused by her husband, so that makes it okay.
Oh, jeez. And I never even. Yeah. Go ahead.
John revealed that I'm wearing girl pants, so I'm just going to show it to everyone. I'm actually not sure what you're talking about because I don't know who J.K. Rowling is.
But no one knows who he is.
Yeah, just some British rich bitch. I shouldn't call her a bitch.
Yeah.
Rich asshole who decided to release a 3,000-word manifesto on why trans people are evil and destroying lesbians.
Hey, Tim. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Tim.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, and others have been told, no, you gotta read that. You gotta read that. Because like she explains herself, and from the people who have read it, either who are cis allies, so Christiosity and Nick Anderson on the Planet Ripple, or who are actually trans themselves, they say to everyone else, don't bother. She's just doubling down on her like beliefs.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Myth. That's Itaki teacher, the Ashen Knight. Yeah, that's definitely what she is. A transphobe, and not the writer of a beloved series that shaped the minds of a generation. Definitely not.
Yeah, just J. Karen Rowling.
J.
Karen Rowling did not write Harry Potter. It was written by the Daniel Radcliffe. But I always like to say that like it's Hasan Miko, because Hasan Miko already created the most awesome.
It was Alexander Dumas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. That was definitely Alexander Dumas.
Oh yeah. He wrote the entire series. He was planning on publishing it. And then he died before he could. That's I think what it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
They recently unearthed them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's fucking awesome though, isn't he, Alexander Dumas?
He had monarchist leanings, which is not cool.
But, yeah, I know,
but still, he was an uppity black man in 19th century France, and that was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely. I mean, you can see the problematic sides of people you like from history, and still appreciate their badass dudes.
Yep. Yep.
That is my.
Yeah. I mean, we're not expecting like people to be perfect as well, and like we can. And we already had this conversation several times before. Like, and Alexander having like certain political leanings, like in favor of the monarchy, is not the worst thing position to have. And again, we can also say like product of his time or something like that, or his environment.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I want to remember to thank the patrons.
Yes.
So, thank you, Ailey.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank
you, Tim. And thank you, Von Rack.
Thank you all for like giving us money even in these trying times, because we will definitely put these to good use to pay for the Zoom thing and the like podcast hosted thing, but then giving most of it to like our friends and comrades, which reminds me I gotta like get the Google Doc so I can place it in the live chat in there. And that's right, Mitchell, sad report that like Sir Ian Holmes had died like this past week, as it were. So yeah, Bilbo Baggins passed, and that is something, because I haven't heard anything about like any like bad opinions he has or any misdeeds that he's done. I'm willing to change my opinion on him if I've heard something that hasn't been uncovered or I don't know about. But no, that's like from like Alien, from like other like movies, like he was in the.
I think his most significant role was probably in The Fifth Element.
I did like that movie actually, and that's right. Julie is not here right now. We don't know where she is.
We do not know where Julie is. No, she's probably sleeping.
Yes, but that's right. Julie has some opinions on The Fifth Element and the director, if I remember correctly. Luc Besson, I think, is the director's name of The Fifth Element.
Sounds right.
Luc Besson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yep.
Oh, we had a moment where Tara showed her arse to you, like 2 seconds. That's never happened. Let me catch her.
Yes, because cats are very important.
All cats are beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
That's her. Say hi.
Hello there. Oh, it's the other one. Hello, kitty.
Tortoiseshell.
What am I doing here?
She's a Tory, and she has a Torytude. Yeah, sorry about the thing that happened there.
That's okay. It's cats. It's fine.
He was in Chariots of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Time Bandits, Madness of King George. He was in a lot of stuff.
Oh, he was in Time Bandits. I don't remember who he was in Time Bandits.
I've never seen Time Bandits. I just know it's a movie.
I have seen Time Bandits. It's Terry Gilliam's. I think this was his first major like live action movie, if I remember correctly. Oh no, wait. He was one of the co-directors of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but Time Bandits was maybe his first one where he was the sole director. We talked about Terry Gilliam before on the podcast. Like Julie's a big fan of Brazil and loves Brazil. That might have came out before Time Bandits, but same director, Terry Gilliam, who is transphobic too. He has made some statements before, and so yes, he's a piece of shit. I love his art though, but like, and Time Bandits is just so.
And Ian Holm was in Brazil. Brazil came out in '85. Time Bandits was '81.
Oh, okay. So Time Bandits was before. Yes, right. And Brazil was saying to find out. Yeah. Ian Holmes was in most of those movies. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing about Ian Holmes as an actor on film, as it were, is that from others that have said he does a different take, a different performance in each take. So really,
hold on a second. I have to put Skag in a timeout. He said all cats are bastards.
Okay.
That can't fly.
Yes. You are in a timeout, David. You
5
know
minutes.
what you did. Yes. So Ian Holmes' performance on film or movies, whatever it is not really like final until the edit of the movie. and that's kind of like a brave kind of like a way of doing performance as well, since like you don't know how well would like the performance in one take connect with the performance in another take, as it were. It works out as it were, but it's like a very interesting way to do it. But yeah, that was sad news that Ian Holmes died.
Ian Holm.
Ian Holm. All right.
Holmes is the fictional detective.
Right.
Yeah. Sherlock. Sherlock. Sorry.
Or his younger brother would say, sheer luck.
I mean, Mycroft is his younger brother? I don't think so.
Older, pretty sure.
Mycroft is quite older, I think.
But there was a movie starring written and directed by Gene Wilder in the 70s called Sherlock Holmes' smarter younger brother, and that's where they got the line.
Ah, right,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got yeah.
I actually like that movie. It's like it's fun. It has its moments. And they're starring like Marty Feldman and Madeline Kahn as well. Yes, Ian Holm will be this. Yeah, exactly.
And the actress Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes,
yeah,
the one who married like Tom Cruise, or at least did marry Tom Cruise for a little bit. Tomcat, they were called at the time. Yes, that woman that like Tom Cruise was just jumping up and down on like the couch on Oprah because of how much he's in love with her.
Tom Cruise is so in love with Katie. At least all his people tell him so.
Was that another Jonathan Colton song?
Yep. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise crazy. Just be glad it's him, not you. That was a weird time in Tommy Boy's life.
It's still part of the Scientology thing, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yes. But not Katie. Pretty sure she left that when she left him.
Yeah, I think the Scientology thing is kind of part of that, but like I don't know if like she has said anything either. That's a good question. Will Ridley Scott outlive the whole Alien cast?
He certainly outlived the utility of his franchise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. Oh god, I have seen what was the last Alien movie that the Alien?
No, it wasn't. It didn't have Alien in the title. Let's see.
I thought it did. I know that was officially
Prometheus, and then
Prometheus.
Well, but there's
that's the one I was thinking
Prometheus.
of.
No, that Prometheus. Yeah, that was part of the Alien franchise, or became part of it, even though it probably was his own original thing. But like, yeah, honestly, if the Alien franchise is just like Alien and Aliens,
Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant. I knew it was
Covenant.
like, that was not a good movie. It was like, I mean, now Aliens Isolation, the video game I heard is really good. Yes, I still have not played Aliens Isolation though, but like I probably should, and it's like fantastic. And even in like you're watching like a Let's Plays of Alien Isolation, it's still nerve-wracking as hell. It's kind of like captured the spirit of the movie and of like survival horror as a genre, as it were, because you truly are surviving. And yeah, it's really good. But yeah, Alien Covenant was not a good movie. I didn't like Prometheus. It was not a good movie in a lot of ways. The Ridley Scott, please listen. We do not care about your characters or the questions that you are asking as much as you do. Stop it. You shot beautiful movies. Stick to doing that.
He had some really great movies back in the day, and a lot of really shit ones too. Looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's probably it's like what you would call a passion project. Like he envisioned these for years, probably, and wanted to bring them to the big screen at some point in his life. But I mean, and I'm kind of sure that he used up maybe his Alien credits by now. But
and Blade Runner.
I mean, they could have been really awesome too if they were something else. Like, but Alien is a completely different genre, and I don't know. It's not ruining the Alien lore for me, obviously. Not. I mean, as long as we have Alien versus Predator, I mean, nothing's gonna ruin anything about Aliens.
The games are solid of Alien vs. Predator.
Games are amazing, and the films are really good if you have reads. But they are.
Notice that Ridley Scott did not direct Alien vs. Predator.
True. Yeah, I mean, and there's kind of also part of that Alien franchise as well. And that's right. A friend of mine, a coworker at work, who's cool and all, says that the Blade Runner franchise is also part of the Alien franchise, which you can see. You can see Weyland Yutani being one of those like corporations in the Blade Runner universe, as it were. But then that just only adds like 2 good movies in that whole franchise in both Blade Runners, because I heard good things about Blade Runner 2049, but it was good.
Again, he also did not direct that.
And you're right, Metro. Aliens vs. Space Marines was not a good video game, despite what Randy Pitchford said throughout the whole lead up to that video game. Jim Sterling's will never forget that. Randy Pitchford, the president of Gearbox Games, who left the thumb drive at medieval times, a fantasy-based restaurant that contained files for Gearbox's like internal documents, as well as some porn. I think of like water sports variety, if I remember correctly.
Don't kink shame.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to kink shame.
I mean, don't kink shame, but Pitchford's kind of deserves to be shamed all over. Like I used to love the dude. I used to love Gearbox, and the series is one of my most played games. Like I'm talking about the Borderlands series, not
I love the Borderlands games.
Marines shit. I mean, I have maybe 5,000-6,000 hours on the first game, and about 8,000 to 9,000 hours on the second game. But I mean, dude really needs to slow down and understand what makes the games great and what makes a PR happen. Like, don't embarrass your company, man. Stop. I mean, you don't
really
have to
quick,
say everything.
Hold on, Matt. Sorry to interrupt, but
no.
Julie finally joined us.
Yeah, sorry. Guess who was sleeping?
Tom.
I wasn't.
Tom.
I just woke up, so I'm going to mute myself, eat my fucking sandwich while you talk, and I'll be actually joining in just after, okay?
That's okay, because
Good morning.
We're just bashing on Ridley Scott.
Yes, because like he
Pitchford.
and Randy Pitchford, because like Ridley Scott made good movies. This first movie, The Duelist, with like Keith Carradine and David Harvey. Dave Harvey? No.
Duelists, Keith Carradine, Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel, that's right. That's a solid, like, good independent movie as well. So I do recommend people like check that out. It's kind of interesting. I love
a lot of big name movies in there. You know, Duelists, Alien, Blade Runner, Legend.
Kingdom of Heaven.
I love the episode's name, by the way.
Yes.
It's amazing, yeah. It's definitely FTP, the file transfer protocol.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Should have muted myself there. Oh well. But yeah, so the only couple of things of newsworthy that we mentioned. Yeah, we brought up J. Karen Rollins being the turf again, and but there's sad news that happened.
Wait, what? What do you mean again?
We published a 3,000 word manifesto.
Okay. Oh God, that thing.
Yeah, and according to like a headline in my Facebook feed that Joanna shared, said a Republican politician in America quoted her and used her as an example for like why trans people should not have rights.
He must be so proud.
Yeah, again, so just that's why Harry Potter was written by Alexander-Dumas, as we said earlier.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Dumas, not Dumas.
Dumas, yeah, not Dumas, yeah. I mean, he's kind of like John earlier said, pro-monarchy, but I mean,
Generally
it's
awesome
better to
with
be
some flaws.
Yeah, it's better to be pro-monarchy than to be a TERF. It's however you look at it. I mean, not now.
Which one, the father or the son?
As I understand, the younger one was also a monarchist.
No, not the one who wrote the Monte Cristo one.
I thought he was.
Oh no, the older one is the one who wrote these things. Okay, I thought it was the younger. I had it reversed.
Still gotta read the Count of Monte Cristo because I really enjoyed the anime.
Count of Monte Cristo was amazing, but I always felt like the Count was actually a black man when I was reading it. But the films are always white
the
dudes.
Dumas son and father are black.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
I know. And I always felt like he was not a Marisu, but a self-insert. Like all of the things that the Count went through were kind of what Alexander imagined himself going through, or something like that. If you catch my meaning, I don't know if his life has parallels, but that felt like it. And when I read it, I've imagined the dude as a black man, but the films were like, no blacks here. We're all fair. And,
Yep,
that's probably a whitewash. I don't remember the books. I mean, I don't think it says it was a black man anywhere, but I don't know. It might be my imagination. That happened a lot in the past, so not gonna rule that out.
I need to share my screen.
Okay, let's see it. Hurry up. You're slow.
I can't. You disabled it.
What?
Yeah,
you always you always have it disabled.
I was not aware of that. Let me see if I can. There we go. That was part of the update, I guess.
Yes.
So now sharing is enabled. You can share your screen. You missed 2 different cats.
That's fucking amazing! Oh my god!
I mean, I open Facebook while I eat my fucking sandwich and listen to you, and
oh my god, that's so good.
We had to put an explicit tag on this thing as well. But then again, we don't have to on the podcast audience. What Julie is sharing to us is something that she found of. It's like,
oh, look at that one.
There's even
at the soul
Penis is
patch.
reimagined as superheroes and video game characters.
Oh my god!
Look at the fucking soul patch. Oh
yes, there was a soul patch on the balls too, on the scrotum. And so now we're seeing Mickey Mouse, and so we saw Hellboy. Pussy! It's Mike from Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. Yeah,
I had to describe this for them. And there's Darth Vader.
You sure it's not Darth Helmet?
That one already. It was
black balls. There's Iron Man. The podcast audience, you really got to go to the YouTube channel for this one. There's Hulk.
The hair on the balls on that
yes,
one.
The hair on the balls. Yes, the Dick Knight Rises. That's a good one, Tim. Yes,
the
Dick Knight Rises.
Dick Knight Rises, definitely.
And now we're repeating.
There's one Spider-Man,
and we're going around.
Yes,
I had to share.
I did not expect I was be seeing this on the show, but then again, at least when we were looking at the like cosplaying costume, penises in cosplay.
Oh my god!
We did not show that. We just provided the link, but like, yeah. Yes, it seems to be a bit Kevin Logan centric. Yeah, we have to tell Kevin Logan to like see that. I mean,
other things you missed, Julie. Mehmet showed us his other cat, a tortie.
Tara.
And
I know her. Well,
yeah, you do.
I saw pictures of his cat.
Yeah.
She's very vocal.
Tara, and yeah, she actually was kind of putting me down for putting her up. She was like telling me off at that point in time. She's like that. She actually talks to me a lot, like during the day, and when I do something that she doesn't like, she tells me off. And another thing you missed was that I'm wearing girl pants.
Mm-hmm. He showed them off.
He's wearing his ex-girlfriend's pants, his favorite masturbation and crying clothes.
Yeah, they are. No, not really. Second most favorite, I would say. Not gonna say what the first one is. I mean, you haven't realized it. You lost the pair yet, so.
You have a gimp suit, don't you?
No. But here is my girl pants. I'm gonna twerk next. So.
And you're not even drunk.
Shorts. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, like,
they're his ex-girlfriend shorts. They're not very visibly girly.
Yeah, they are not.
But Membit shared with us in the pre-show of like how good news he's like lose some weight, and so he's able to fit into his ex-girlfriend shorts.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that evolved into me masturbating and crying over the pair of shirts for years. So
yes, exactly.
I mean, not gonna kink shame John, but
exactly
that was kind of weird.
All pants are sad pants, according to David. Well, I'll show it off. Mine's is something I showed up before is Hatsune Miku, who we all know wrote Harry Potter and created Minecraft and created like Earthworm Jim and wrote Ender's Games. Because no problematic person created those things. It's all Hatsune Miku, who I saw live in concert.
Beautiful leggings and beautiful legs.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm not even drunk yet. If I was, the comments would be more lewd, obviously.
We have experienced that. I wonder. It's okay if you don't remember because we caught a lot of it live on air before.
Well, I don't think there were any instances where I was so drunk that I can't remember. There were instances where I was like the next morning. Did I say something really stupid? But then I was like, no, I remember the whole thing, and that should be okay. I mean, I might have kind of offended someone, but
let's all appreciate that headline.
It's all about me. Me.
The picture is because I have an extension on Chrome that's called,
that replaces pictures of Trump.
Yeah, it replaces pictures of Trump with kitten.
Hello, Jordan P.
That's amazing. I want
it's
that.
It's called
but I'm not
Make America Kittens Again. If you want to download
hey,
it,
Jordan.
I'm not going to use Chrome for that, but I'll check it out if Firefox has it.
I think it exists for Firefox too.
It probably does. I mean, almost everything that's made for Chrome that's not from Google are made for Firefox as well.
Most things, yeah. Unfortunately, definitely Google things don't work with Firefox. People, if you were
No.
trying to like open like Google Docs or Google Spreadsheets in Firefox, you're going to have difficulties doing that. It's like
I mean, they're not ideal. They are problematic, but they kind of had to. I mean, I started using Office 365, and it's like I never kind of needed it, the Google Docs thing, and they kind of made it more all right with Firefox recently because 365 went browser like and made it really good with every fucking browser. So they kind of had to fix it kind of without Chrome even. But it's I understand. I know what you're saying, and I hate it. I mean, that's forcing your hand if you have to use a lot of Google Docs. But I mean, yeah, we knew that they were not really ethical anyway. So fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. It's again with like Google just like forcing people to use their proprietary stuff, and it's worked because like you could never like use like Google Hangouts in Firefox or anything like that. But that's because Google wants to make profits, of course, as always. So yeah, it's just like for like others have tried to like organize things, and so they want to use something that like is like open source or like something that everyone can easily use. But some people have difficulties trying to like all collectively log into like a Google like spreadsheets or something like that for scheduling things, as it were, and is in trying to find like an alternative for like Google spreadsheets or Google Calendar for like things that is kind of like difficult. So it's like it would be nice if there were like a convenient alternatives to these things that like is easy for everyone to use, because sometimes it's like if you have to like log into your Google account in order to like open up a Google to be able to edit or add comments to like a Google spreadsheet that like allows that.
Yeah. I mean, there are alternatives, obviously, but it's the problem, isn't it? Like, I fucking need a cigarette. Well, I'll do that later. There are alternatives, but what Google actually made itself into a monopoly is that it's got like instant access to everything. You see what I mean? Like you have a Google spreadsheet. You're trying to log in and you're already logged into Google, and it just checks your credentials and puts you in there. And then you can go to Patreon, like I did a few minutes ago, and just click register with Google and shit like that. You see that everything is made convenient, and it becomes like this tech magic thing that you don't need to worry about, and you just click a button and you're there. That's the problem with Google. I mean, I like their products, by the way, but it's like I'm split. Like I said earlier, a dude actually sabotaged our fucking facility, the energy production site, and I was torn between, because I'm public servant, and I was torn between rooting for the guy and cursing him for the hell he put me through. I was like, yeah, man, you need to rise up. And I'm like, but I like it here. And the same for Google. I mean, I use it, and it's really convenient. I mean, you see what I mean? And I know that they are not in any way ethical. They are fucking evil. But I mean, it kind of feels like you. I'm an anarchon, but it's like I kind of have to be part of the process to function. You see what I mean?
Speaking of which, yeah, Joe McClary, have a good day at work. Sorry, sadly, you
be
must
brave, babe.
Yeah, I do
That
catch myself.
sucks to work on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. It's be Saturday day for Joe.
Oh yeah, that's
But he'll be working like the evening shift. That's the word, anyways, because like he's like 2 hours ahead of me, so it'll be like he probably like starts at like 2 or 3 p.m. and then works at the evening shift anyway. So he's working Saturday night. That's the word. So you are correct.
Bye.
It still sucks either way. Go ahead, Nebbit.
No, I was just saying bye.
Okay.
Have a good day at work and stuff like that.
And speaking of which, I'm also going to come in on like tomorrow on Sunday as well, because like I just really need to catch up on the work, because also related to work, a coworker, I knew what was happening, so I wasn't surprised, but like coworker's like last day was like last week, and so spend this week without that coworker, which is bad because he was actually a friend, but he was also that conservative coworker I shouldn't talk to.
oh god.
Yes, that conservative coworker. No, we didn't like work in the same room constantly though. We used to, but like he didn't have to like move to the warehouse. But like, but I also caught myself feeling it's like, you know what? If I can afford to hold my bills and be able to eat and just like can like come home to this computer and laptop and services, watch Netflix and play my video games, and then life would be all right. And like I don't mind if it's like this forever. I'm just like more concerned like with everyone else. So I kind of like thinking it's just like this life's not bad, but I just have to remember, but it's shit for a lot of people, and that's why it needs to be changed. And so yeah, kind of like I see benefits in the system for me, but yet I still want to change the system as it were. So yeah.
And obviously, I mean, yeah, it's I mean, it's not mutually exclusive, is it? Like you kind of have to take the bus to work or drive a car, whatever, and you could be like personally and principally like against cars fucking up the environment, but you kind of have to. I mean, you need to survive and you need to be on top of things to
at the same
help
time
other people.
your car isn't fucking up the environment.
Right, exactly.
The climate change is caused by 70 something companies, not by
definitely
average person.
That's average person doesn't actually cause.
That's why I hate the guilt tripping of telling people you should recycle, you should do this, you should do that.
You see, this is plastic.
I don't give a shit.
Come get me.
You're off the podcast.
How dare you use a straw?
The campaigning against plastic straws was so fucking ableist.
Yes. Exactly, yeah. Because like it only makes up for like a fraction of a percent of.
I don't remember in which country, but someone who really needed plastic straws actually died because they had I don't really remember. I think they were epileptic, and so they had to use one of those metal straw that you can wash. And while they were drinking, they had an attack,
seizure,
a seizure, and the metal straw pierced their palate, their roof of their mouth.
Oh my god.
And they died because of complications or something like that. Because usually when you are fucked up in one way, you are fucked up in another way. That's called comorbidity, if you're not aware. And that was, and I don't remember if it was in France or in the US. But anyways, that was the disabled Twitter was all over it when it happened. And some people don't have a choice,
the luxury
for what you call alternatives to plastic straws, because they're either too dangerous or too complicated to clean up, or the ones in fake plastic that's biodegradable. If you drink something hot with it, some particles will be ingested, and it's not good for your health.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just need plastic straws. And what's next? Are they going to go after plastic catheter? Because it's single-use plastic.
Yeah,
I mean, it's completely bonkers that people put the blame on the average person. I mean, if you're going to put the blame on the average person, and what I'm going to say is something that I know to be ridiculous in a lot of ways, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you put the onus on the average person, ask them not to procreate. Because that is what's fucking
No, that's how we get idiocracy. That's dysgenics.
That's how you get a fucking larger carbon footprint.
Yeah,
I mean, your
Not
dog.
really. I mean,
your dog has a larger carbon footprint than your SUV.
Yes, but that's not what's fucking up the environment.
True.
Yes,
what's fucking up the environment is capitalism.
It is
That's
a
actually my
little,
point.
and we should stop being pigs and put plastic everywhere and recycle it properly. But that's that's
something
not
else.
on the average Joe.
That's not even in the fucking blip. That's not even a fucking blip on
that plastic those plastic straw bans were because people
blip on the radar
pictures of turtles with straws in their nose, but the plastic in the ocean, the plastic straws make up 0.02% of the plastic
packaging.
in the ocean.
Yes, it's packaging.
It's packaging, and it's
not packaging. It's
industrial about 20%.
It's industrial fishing.
That makes sense.
Industrial fishing is about 65%, and 20% is packaging, as far as I remember. But the numbers might be wrong.
Fishing is 40% of all
45. Yeah, it could be.
Which is huge.
Yeah. I mean, if we stopped using plastic, every one of us, we'd still have filthy oceans. That's the problem there. I mean, you can't stop with the
The problem is not using plastic. The problem is being pigs.
It's the overproduction of capitalism, part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not just overproduction. It's a question of behavior. People will throw their trash anywhere because I don't know why. Because they don't care or something. Don't do that. I remember when I was younger and I was smoking and still going to the beach. I used to smoke on the beach, but I never let my cigarette butts in the sand, but a lot of people did. Come on.
I just realized you were saying like sandy beaches and not like female
bitches.
Dogs.
Yeah.
I used to go to the bitch.
I started learning English like 18 years ago, I guess, and I still don't know what the difference is between the long E and the short E. So,
it's the same with me actually. I know I actually trained myself how to pronounce the difference between like a woman and valve, like the difference between a W and a V. I kind of can pronounce it. I think, as far as I know, but I can't hear the difference. There is no difference between a W and a V for me.
It's very difficult to hear foreign phonemes. Yeah.
It's the thing. Yeah, it's the thing, isn't it? Like we don't have a different sound for that in Turkish, so I've never developed the ability to hear it. And it's like the British.
Shut up, David.
Oh, you missed it. I had to put him on timeout earlier.
I don't know how to gauge
No,
how long
you
I
can
should
though.
say like the bitch. I don't know if I should say bitch.
Yes.
I don't know how long I have to keep on to not say the female dog.
It's not the amount of time, really.
Who calls a female dog a bitch? We are talking about an asshole.
Yes, true. Beach. I don't know. It's just like, yeah. I don't give up. Yeah. Language is interesting. Don't know where I was going there.
I love languages.
I know where I'm going with that. I studied a bit of cognitive psychology, and it's one of the core concepts is about how you process information is your language. Like, have you? I mean, it kind of is like, I'm not gonna say an advantage, but people who are bilingual, who learned 2 languages before a certain age. I'm not bilingual, by the way. Bilingual is a specific term that describes people who learned more than 1 language until they are a certain age. I learned English when I was 14 or something, so that was too late for me. But people who are bilingual have a more receptive understanding of their surrounding, for instance. It's like the language you first learn kind of shapes your brain in a way that really can't be changed later on. So, I mean, that makes it easier for you to learn languages that are similar to you in a cultural way.
That's what I was going to say. Also, if you learn languages young, it's easier for you to learn any other language because you're that's how your brain is wired.
Didn't they bring up in that movie Arrival towards the end or in the middle?
Oh yes.
Arrival is my fucking favorite film. By the way.
Cat again.
Here she is.
Hello. I'm a translator, by the way. I've been doing that for about 25 years. Aside from being an engineer.
Mehmet translates comic books.
I do. I'm a nerd as well.
Shut up, David.
Yeah, shut up, David.
That film was the peak for me. It's so fucking amazing. You're cislingual.
Yeah,
okay.
that
Shut up, David. Shut up, David.
It is Pride Month as well, and that's right. It was like last week that Trump did terrible things, but like the Supreme Court at least did. Shut up, David!
Oh my God! I feel like the more we tell him to shut up, the more it does it.
He said he was going to be good this week. Obviously, he was lying.
Like a fucking kid.
He said all cats are bastards, which he was already punished for doing that and been.
Well, it's true though.
But you don't say it.
No,
you really don't say it. I mean, come on. We're talking about cats here.
Yes.
Also,
what kind of a monster are you, Leto?
I mean, did he say that like it's a bad thing? Because personally, that's one of the things I love about cats.
I mean, but you're talking about my queen and my princess here. They're not bastards. I mean, they are bastards, obviously, but you can't really say that, can you? Come on.
No, you don't.
I thought we were friends.
But yeah, so last Friday, not yesterday, but yeah, Trump did his thing and racist trans people's rights, even though like Supreme Court in the 603 decision upheld like you cannot fire someone for their sexual orientation or their gender, and they included in the rule that like the civil rights kind of like adds those categories as well and adds that protection of like from being fired. You in most right to work states though, you can still be fired for no reason though, and so.
Well, you don't have a work code, so.
Exactly. We don't. Most of us don't have work contracts, simple ones, as it were. And
federal law
unionize, motherfuckers.
Yes, we should unionize.
And federal law only applies to employers that have 15 people or more.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah. And that's right. The DACA was also upheld.
He had this fucking rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa. So
I think he pushed it up a day later to today, but Juneteenth was yesterday.
It is currently it is taking place right now there in Tulsa. So it's one day less racist.
But it's still racist because it's still in Tulsa. So
I mean, less racist is better, obviously.
But there's still Trump as well.
Yeah, and it's the day after.
Oh, we're talking about Trump. Fuck him.
Maylin just linked something in French. Let's see. Oh,
sorry. It's the
what
thing, isn't
the
it?
hell? So, we have something. I don't know how to. It must exist in your countries, but. The office that helps people find a job when you're unemployed.
Yeah.
We do have the services here, yes.
So a guy that
everywhere
from that thing was threatened of being fired for helping unemployed people.
What is Pôle emploi? Is that the name of the thing?
Yeah. Okay. It means job. Pôle.
And licenciement is being fired?
Yes.
I'm having
that's
trouble
because he helped them claim money they were entitled to, and they didn't ask.
Oh. We have that too, by the way. It's a common thing as far as I know. Like there are people have rights.
No, they don't. Corporations have rights.
People obviously, but
are a resource to be exploited.
That's all. there are rights they can claim, but people never tell you about them. If you learn the law and the bylaws and come to you and ask for it, you're supposed to give it. But if not, you're like, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how to help you with that thing. There is a cat there. I mean, that's probably.
She's gorgeous. Oh my god, I love tortillas.
Yeah, she is gorgeous.
No shade to chubby Amy. She's gorgeous too, but.
I mean, no, Amy's fine. I'm just concerned about her health. So.
Oh god.
Okay, that is a very good spot to for me to do a public service announcement. I have this idea about fat cats. Mm-hmm. You can put them on a diet, and they can live longer, but will they be happy?
Yes, that's not about living longer. It's about not having arthritis when they get older, and that's a lot of pain for cats.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, but it's the thing, isn't it? If
Amy is not to that point. I think she's just a little chubby.
She's chubby.
She's not obese.
She's not obese. She's
not obese.
If your cat is really too fat, please put it on a diet because it's going to be in a lot of pain.
That's a different thing.
Very fat cats get arthritis, and as someone who has it, it's not fun. Like
I know.
Yesterday,
that's not what I'm
talking
about.
Doing nothing. Yesterday, I was in so much pain, and I watch a fucking trash reality show called Love is Blind all day. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know you have. I haven't commented
That's not
on
funny.
it because I wasn't fucking right. Yeah, I think that's a good point to say that. The reason I'm kind of distracted and doing other things is I was planning to be here at around 7 this afternoon, so I'd have some time before the podcast and do my daily things. But then someone tried to burn down my sites, so I had to go there, and there are a lot of things happening at the background, so sorry about that. Carry on.
Just because I added you to the podcast conversation on Facebook, you don't have to be here all Saturdays if you can't.
I don't.
we love.
I know. I love to be here, though. I mean,
I get it. I just.
Yeah,
I know sometimes
I don't feel obligated. No.
Okay, sometimes
I don't feel obligated. Don't worry.
Do a thing, and I would hate to be someone that puts pressure on someone.
No, honey, no. I mean, I know you. I love you. I don't feel pressured to be here.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure John would be quite happy for me to shut up and fucking masturbate to a pair of shorts instead of being here. But you kind of get me. So.
I feel like I'm missing the reference here.
Because I claimed that when he's wearing his ex-girlfriend's shorts, he just uses them to. He sits there and masturbates and cries to her memory. That's all.
I like your T-shirt.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Oh yes, Queen. I love Queen.
Yeah, that's like the greatest band ever.
The gayest band ever.
One of
and I am a queen as well, so
yes, you are.
That fits.
Well, you are a slut, but they're not mutually exclusive.
Queen sluts. I mean, they do have a fucking what's it called? Bit here.
Venn diagram.
Venn diagram.
They do have a what do you call the bits
overlap?
Here?
Significant overlap.
They do have an overlap. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes, they do. A big one.
Catherine the Great had like a lot of suitors and partners. But yeah,
we're not talking about that kind of queens, Jonathan.
True. So that's right, Mister. In other news, that like the former Secretary of Defense, Jonathan Bolton, the walrus-looking one.
He wasn't Secretary of Defense.
He
was ambassador to the UN.
Okay,
under Trump. Secretary of Defense was Mathis, who did come out and strongly criticize Trump recently. So he has been in the news.
But Jonathan Bolton was fired by Trump, I think, around the time of the impeachment trials, if I remember correctly.
Did he talk against Trump?
He has a book that he's going to plan to release.
And he's criticizing Trump on policy grounds. Strongly.
Yes.
Well, duh.
Yeah, but it's Bolton.
It's Jonathan Bolton, that former Fox News correspondent.
Yeah, I know, but...
Which is how he got the job with Trump, because he was on Fox News.
And he also served in the Bush administration.
He did. That's right.
That channel, though, Fox News. Oh my god!
They recently photoshopped the picture of. I'll see if I can find it.
Of the Chaz, and one of the members of Chaz, got photoshopped for like having guns and parading in front or something like that. And there was someone in the Discord server that I got part of that kind of saw that, and the Twitter people he follows on Twitter shared that with us. But then we just said no, that was Photoshop, and he's like, oh, it is. I gotta really research what I'm looking at.
I mean, I'm not gonna say Chaz doesn't need guns. Chaz do need guns, in my opinion. But the way they photoshopped the person there, it was like, what the fuck is that?
Reddit.
Man,
Okay.
what's stopping you from
Taste.
looking like this?
Taste.
The pictures is Napoleon, by the way.
Yes. Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte.
I don't have the hat, though.
Oh, like we call him here, motherfucker.
Yes, motherfucker.
But we don't call him
Yeah.
here. I do, but...
Yeah, Fox News ran multiple Photoshop pictures of the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, where they took some random MAGA motherfucker, and photoshopped him into all sorts of things, and they did so very, very badly.
Well,
you look at one of the pictures.
It's difficult to Photoshop stuff convincingly, though, because it's something you spend years.
Skill.
Yes.
Yeah, but in one of the pictures, they cut off part of his arm. So he's standing there in front of the you are now entering Free Cap Hill sign, and he's just got this straight line running down his left arm.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. His kit was looked like it needed repairs because the arm bits that goes around here disappeared afterwards because his arm was like this. So he looked like he was wearing half a kit in front of himself, and it's like it's the thing, isn't it? Like they are getting to points. I think they understand what's needed, where it's needed, but they are going like.
Please zoom in on it.
Yeah, I just zoomed in. I realized that would be necessary. So if you look, this is the heavily armed, definitely leftist that they put in front of the Capitol Hill
on
zone
the right
sign.
of the pic.
This guy was not in. Let's see if I scroll down a bit. Here's the original picture.
Oh, it's zoomed in.
Yeah.
The lighting isn't right. My God.
And you see how his left arm is, at the edge of the frame. If you actually click on the picture, it'll on the original it would zoom. It would bring up the full thing.
Oh,
and his left arm just ends there, but the picture keeps going in the original.
Remember this right. The Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, CHAZ, which has also called themselves the Capitol Hill Open Protest, so an ongoing protest. It is getting support. The Socialist City Council member Kashani Sawat is saying that the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone should remain permanently in community control. I will link the Democracy Now! Article or transcript of it or video of that into the live chat right now for people to see. And as Comrade Ibot has said, the green phrase was on volunteer patrol. And so, but it's just it's not how they all sees it, as it were. I believe also Fox News screenshot a post from Reddit or something about the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, not realizing there was a quote from Monty Python on the Holy Grail in it. I thought we were a autonomous collective.
I just, you can see it now in the YouTube. Found the full photo.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, once you see the full photo and realize the crop part of that is just you're not doing a good job.
That's ridiculous.
And it's some people.
But I'm pretty sure people who watch Fox News wouldn't even care about. They know they are being lied to. They don't care.
They're also falsely attributing pictures to various places. Like here we have a picture from May 30th being attributed to Seattle 2 weeks later, and so on. They are just going full fake news propaganda for the
it's Fox News.
Yeah, exactly. And other right wingers kind of like propagandize is like, look, they beat up this one preacher as it were. The dude was a Trump supporter, and what I've gathered as best as I can from what I've like heard, like I could be staying corrected, but it seemed like that guy wanted to like take away like the megaphone or something like that from the actual speaker, who was just like had the soapbox at the time and wanted to like talk about his thing. And you see in videos of how he wants like Donald Trump to come in and take back Seattle as it were. So it's just like, I imagine that there's something else to like that guy saying something to like cause others to at least like beat on him a little bit to like get him to like go away and stop bothering the people there. Because like, I mean, like the Nazi guy who got punched, and that was in Seattle, he threw a banana at one of the black people that he was talking to and said some stuff. So
I bought bananas earlier. I forgot.
Sorry. No problem. Yeah, so it's like the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone or the CHOP, the Capitol Hill Open Protest, is like it's going to remain in that 6-block area of Capitol Hill. It's not all of Seattle. Trust me, I work in Seattle. And I still have not been to CHOP yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And they're setting up community gardens and all that stuff. And so, yeah.
Nice.
Something to probably hopefully make your hearts a little glad if you look at the YouTube. Last night they were hanging Confederate statues by the neck from lampposts.
Yes, that's good because I saw something on Facebook, or it was on Twitter, I don't remember. That's not something happy, just content warning here. That 5 black men were found hung from trees, and no news outlet is speaking about it, apparently. So,
although I think I heard about one cop saying it was a false flag operation by Antifa.
Anyways, so that's good to see they do that too. Well, statues, but anyways, that's nice. Also, can we talk about Trump and the red triangle?
Yes, the red triangle. So earlier this week, the Trump campaign put out like ads on Facebook. Oh yeah, they shared that into our chat, and so it's like I wanted to like read the article for myself from that Facebook post. As we're because they're talking. It's an ad sponsored by like Make America Great Again committee about like how there are dangerous far left groups. And I'm sure he's comparing like anarchists and Antifa and saying that they are terrorists in the same breath as well. He used a red triangle sign. An upside down triangle, red triangle. That's the same upside down red triangle that the Nazis used to identify political enemies. And so
like the exact same. They used it to like the
fucking
the
Stephen
yellow
Miller
star.
is just going full.
Yes. And so for those who don't know, the Nazis didn't just put Jews in the concentration camps. They put also. So the Jews had the yellow star. They put also political opponents who had the red triangle.
And if you were gay, you got the pink triangle.
Gay people, you had the pink triangle. And there's a 4th one that was more open. Like if he didn't like you, you were going into concentration camps, basically.
Yeah, there was a green one
for a black triangle.
The black triangle, yeah. There's a purple one for Jehovah's Witnesses, blue one for foreign forced laborers or immigrants.
Mehmet is appalled. What the fuck is? Are you okay, Mehmet?
I just
I'm fine. There was some drama happening in the background. Don't worry, guys. Just go ahead.
But the update.
See, I'm having trouble reading this. It should come up in a few seconds on the thing. The Nazi symbols. They had a bunch of them. I'm having trouble reading because it's mid-20th century when they were still using that weird-ass font.
That's
on the far left here.
Is
there's the prisoners.
the symbols are important in the sense that they were used to identify people in concentration camps, not just anywhere. So basically, the Trump administration is going full Nazi, like openly. Not just fascist. Like
they have been
openly
Nazis
Nazi
for some time now.
Yes, but not as open as that, as to use like straight up Nazi symbols. Oh my god!
I mean, they've been using fucking air raid sirens instead of dog whistles for some time now.
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying. They actually went full lexicon as well. So that's kind of disturbing. I mean, that's kind of disturbing. Is like the stupidest things I've ever said about this, because it's been disturbing for 4 years. But yeah, I understand.
There's someone in the chat that I don't know who says calling FBI. I don't know if it's a joke or.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a friend.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She's calling the FBI to.
No, that's okay then.
Yeah,
okay. So as long as it's a friend, then like okay, cool. Because like but also Facebook took down the ad, and so yeah. That's a recent update. Finally, Facebook censored Donald Trump's ad campaign. So
yeah, that's not censorship, but yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. But yeah, that's what Trump did this week, and yeah, it's like none of us are surprised that he's just like going. That it just finally happened that he's going.
No, it's not surprising, but at the same time, holy shit.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you realize the impact of such imagery in Europe. My country was
Marine Le Pen would love
it. Okay, yeah, but she's a bitch. She thinks black people don't face discrimination in France. Because, of course, she does.
Maybe she just doesn't think they face enough discrimination. She wants to increase
She's an aristocrat. Honestly, I think she's lying, but it wouldn't surprise me if she really think that. If she was really thinking that, because people
she's
are
a neo-Nazi.
sheltered.
Fuck her.
And I mean, did she ever approach a real black person? Well, I know she did, because I know
not willingly.
There are black people who are in the front, in the National Front, which is weird. But anyways, I have something lighter and very funny to share. So brace yourselves, because
time for me to take like 5 seconds break. I will be hearing you. I'll be hearing you.
That's a screenshot.
Defund Antifa. Let's all see who's like sharing this.
That's the funniest thing and I clicked on it to see if it was a joke. The guy is serious. It's
that's wonderful.
I will share the comments with my friend who tagged me, because I tried to be funny and I actually managed it, I think, for once. There, my little comment. Can you see the
man? I think the man
defund
just when I checked, got my check for Soros. Yes,
defund Antifa.
Let's see who shares all of this.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I commented. Apparently, it's not showing, but
no, we see it.
We see it. Yeah, just when I got my check from Soros, it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, just looking through all these guys. This guy, that Dale Wood guy, looking through all his posts, he is a dumbass.
Oh yes, yes. And what's funny is in the original post in the comments is like, oh my God, everyone is sharing it, but there's not a lot of love reaction or whatever. It's kind of cute that a guy thinks people are sharing it unironically. There's like 3.5k shares. I'm pretty sure at least 3,000 of them are shared to make fun of him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, defund Antifa. I mean,
that's amazing.
They have been fucking defunding us, like the normal people, the people on the streets, all the fucking time anyway. I mean, how can you defund us more?
That's not how he means it.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, the Trumpists are all persuaded that Antifa is actually an organization.
Mm-hmm.
Like the KKK, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's their point of reference.
Well, we are saying to defund the KKK. I mean, defund the police, same thing.
I mean, yeah, the same thing, yeah.
I'm not saying defund the police, actually. I'm saying abolish it.
Abolish it, yeah, I know. But it's the thing, isn't it? But did you know that I tried to do a live stream today on Facebook? Because I thought a group of friends in Facebook would like to see some scenery from my hometown, Izmir, which is a beautiful town. And I wanted to do like a live stream and put my camera on in front of my car and, started driving, tried to start the fucking live stream, and it wouldn't let me. And I realized the reason for it is I shared the cops killing kids is the new KKK Facebook post.
So you had your account restricted?
Yeah, I do, and it's fucking comical.
What the fuck?
It's a KKK suite with the whole you know the what's her name, Marilyn Monroe iconic scene where her
with the dress. I saw that one.
Yeah, that's with the Ku Klux Klan uniform, and there is a blue outfit underneath it, the cop's outfit, and I got zucked for it, and it's been like a week or something, and I still can't live stream because of that. I think Facebook is kind of biased about such things, but yes. I can't be really sure. I don't know. I mean, the last time I was banned for a week was because I said men are trash.
Yes, same. No, that's not true. Last time I was banned for a week is because I told someone I hope they got herpes.
This guy's... I'm still going through this Dale Wood guy's thing.
Yes, I'm...
It's
oh my God, that one with the hijab.
Oh my God. Hijab, and oh my God, these people are idiots.
That's not a hijab, actually. I don't know the name of that one.
It's burqa.
No.
Yeah. Well,
no, it shows way too much skin to be a burqa.
It's a burqa that was kind of...
Aren't burqas way narrower around the eyes?
No, the burqa has a like an empty space here, and you can put a veil underneath, but it doesn't have to be, as far as I know. I mean, I'm not sure, because I've seen maybe 20 people with burqas around here. I live in the pretty what the fuck is called progressive bit of my country. Well, it's questionable, but I mean, do like to look progressive at the very least. So there aren't many around here, but
I mean, you can be Muslim and progressive, but
I'm not going to debate that. But
I mean,
religion is infinitely flexible. You can have any set of beliefs attached to any religion.
That's not Muslim, it's religious. You can be religious and progressive. It does.
Definitely.
There's a page on Facebook that's called the Leftist Christian or something. And they keep dunking on Trump. It's very funny.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll never think progressive and religious, or like progressive and religious are not mutually exclusive at all. I'll never think that. I mean, I was married to a woman who was a devout Muslim, and she's more progressive than I mean, it's not about that. I was talking about organized religion.
Oh yeah.
When you have organized religion, it is for control. That's without question in my mind.
Yeah. No, I was talking about people who are religious.
Oh yeah, personal beliefs, personal religions are obviously all right, because there is a reason we created them. We needed to believe. I mean, I kind of don't, but I mean, I'm not neurotypical, so.
Mithril, that sentence is very complicated. The city has a lot of hijab wearing, terrible driving young
women. Take a look at the latest meme I found on Dalewood's
If you attack a cop and get shot, you are not a victim, you are an idiot.
No, it's not. You are an idiot. It's your...
Oh, you're... Okay.
You're an idiot.
He used the wrong your.
Grammar isn't the issue with...
Yeah, but look at the comments. He is getting a lot of pushback from people.
Oh, okay, Mithril. That's not a hijab then, because hijab is just a headscarf.
Right, yeah, that's what I remember. Maybe it's the niqab.
It's not affecting your field of view.
But I don't know anything. I'm just a dumb American, as always. And I've also been focusing.
No, but I know there's something in between the hijab and the burqa. That there's another headwear.
Niqab.
Oh yes, the niqab.
That's what I was thinking.
We saw earlier was a niqab.
Could be. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
Which are very pretty, by the way. But
I've actually studied the history and the whole book of Muslims, and because I've lived in mostly Muslim country. Yeah, the Quran, but I'm not gonna say the name because what I've found was that Quran is one thing and what people believe is another thing. There is a set of rules that comes from Quran. That's the whole book. It's not only Quran, and the reason I'm not going to say the name was that actually I would say the name. It's not a problem, but it's the thing. There is a whole lot of literature behind it, and it's not really different from
David says
Christianity.
The Necronomicon. For once, that's good, David.
Necronomicon would probably be more useful than any of the old Abrahamic books.
I don't know about that
because I would kind of lose my sanity, but I'd actually at least be able to praise it out or something. You see what I mean?
I really
I mean,
a lot on Facebook, but
I haven't had mine for the last 20 years, so that is okay for me. I mean,
shut up, you are sane. You're kind of crazy, but you're not insane.
You think so?
Are John and Jonathan frozen?
No, I'm just looking through Dale Woodmore.
John is mesmerized by the stupidity of that Dale guy.
Not just stupid, he is vile.
Oh, yes. I mean...
he shared a thing. Demonstrator shot in New Mexico as right-wing militia attacks a protest over monument to brutal conquistador. Mm-hmm. And Dale Wood shared that with the comment, "About time someone stands up."
Fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm. And what I've been looking through is just because Comrade Ibot had left the chat because crap. Apparently, there is an organized effort to bus in fast to CHOP, the Capitol Hill open protest this weekend. Back to organize and stay safe, comrades. And I have heard that there basically was a shooting last night or this morning at 2 a.m. at CHOP, essentially. And it's like. So yeah,
I mean, as much as you all don't want to say the word, you are in a civil war of sorts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Again, and that's there are going to be violence. That's unavoidable.
Obviously.
So
I'm going to ask you one question. Have the demonstrations died down, or have the news reporting of those died down?
The demonstrations still, I think, are still going on. It's still ongoing. I still sometimes see that in my a Twitter feed as the demonstration is ongoing, as it were. So they're not going away. And with ongoing stuff like the CHOP happening, and they're still events planned on the weekend, so maybe is just the news coverage for monuments are still taken down. I've noticed they took down this one saint in San Francisco who was a missionary. I had it open before or something like that. Or I saw it in my Twitter.
Well, missionary is quite vanilla anyway, just taken down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Juniper area, and
that completely flew over his head. Mehmet.
Yes, I know, but you got me. So
Mehmet made a sexual innuendo gig.
That's a missionary. I was focused on trying to report on a missionary statue being taken down because. I
mean, I would have taken it down as well because it's missionary.
Shut up, Mehmet.
It's nice to have some laughs, however, during this uprising quarantine, because COVID-19 is still a thing as well.
I'm going to repeat it until I die, but Lovecraft was racist, but before he died, he realized he was, and he said he was wrong. So.
I really don't care. He's
no, I know, racist. But I think Tolkien should be a better example of someone who was racist. Everyone always talk about Lovecraft, but in the end, he wasn't as bad as Tolkien.
Oh yeah, Tolkien is.
I have never found any confirmation that he actually did change his views.
Remember when I learned about that?
It's the thing, isn't it? I mean, his praxis, I have no idea, but his work clearly tells a different tale. He was not ahead of his time. He was an amazing writer, but his writing was racist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anyone who knows how systemic racism works can see any of the Lord of the Rings books not racist. They're not racist towards people we know who are oppressed in the world right now, but there is racism there.
Yes, it kind of is, because
it's not criticized. It's part of
the only
It's
bad
part of the
men
narrative.
in the books are dark skinned, and they're the only ones that are dark skinned. It's the bad men.
I mean, it's
from the south.
Oozes fucking racism. Oozes fucking British racism.
Same with C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, C.S. Lewis is more about religion, isn't he? No, I'm confusing.
Well, Tolkien was also.
No, I'm confusing with another. C.S. Lewis is the
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Yes, he was. Also
yes, okay. I was confusing with Lewis Carroll in my head.
Oh no!
Who was a pedophile? So anyway,
C.S. Lewis is the white savior thing going on with everything.
And
he's
evil Arabs.
A Narnia guy.
And evil Arabs, yeah.
And he wrote a lot of apologetics for Christianity.
I mean, it's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's hard to see shit that kind of shapes you back in the day in this new light. But when you look at it, it's being like, okay, I guess. When you look at it, it's clearly fucking racist, and you can say it's a product of its time, and you can enjoy.
That's bullshit, because there were people who were not racist at the time.
Yeah, obviously, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, you could enjoy C.S. Lewis, for instance, now with the books, as long as you know the money doesn't go to him. Well, you can't.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Also, the Narnia books are more something for kids, actually.
I mean, The Hobbit is a book. The Hobbit is a book for kids.
Oh, about Tolkien. I thought you were talking about C.S. Lewis.
No. Yeah, I was. That's what I'm saying. For kids, doesn't change anything. I mean, you kind of have to be more progressive when you're talking to kids. Actually, in my opinion, I mean.
Oh my God, that poor cat.
What cat?
It was on the screen. He's gone now, but it was with the dick face.
Dick cats, yeah.
Yeah, dickhead. I would have totally called him dickhead.
Or just Richard.
No, I wouldn't have, but.
Just Richard. I mean, that works for me.
Yes, Richard, yes.
Yeah, Richard would work.
Anyways, I actually never read anything by.
Metro said, "Leto, racism for kids is worse."
No, but I don't think kids understand the racism in that. Like, you don't see the racism in C.S. Lewis works for kids. The Chronicles of Narnia are pretty. They're okay.
The later books.
No.
You have all the evil Muslims. Literally,
you have the evil Arabs.
Oh, okay.
You have the evil Arabs.
I haven't read the later books. I've read the ones for kids.
They're all for kids, but his later books are
okay.
Yeah. You also have white people growing up to be really whitey.
Yes, well, that's,
things and saving the whole.
Though.
But it starts with a white savior concept, and then it goes into evil Arabs and stuff like that.
Okay,
it's completely racist. It's not even like slightly racist. Like
which is why I adore Dune, because it's the opposite. Like the whole book is.
Is it though?
Yes, it is. Have you read it?
Yes, I have many times.
Because there's a lot of passages of the Quran in the little.
I know.
The beginning of chapters.
Have you noticed how one white dude saves the whole Arab community and elevates them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and don't forget that the sons of Adam and daughters of Eve get to come in and rule Narnia over the lesser races.
No, I'm talking about Dune. Not.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Dune, but Paul Atreides is the savior of the Fremens.
Yes, that's.
And don't forget
right.
the intense homoeroticism of the evil Harkonnen.
Oh yeah, because if you're evil, you're gay.
Yes, that's
And the open sores that cover all of them, because being gay means you have AIDS.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
is not really gay though. He's more a pedophile. He likes pubescent boys, not men.
But it's
yeah,
all about.
No, you're right.
It's about homosexuality.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're animals. They represent the animal.
How Frank Herbert sees it is the whole thing. I mean, what was the name? Alia, his sister.
Yeah, poor Alia.
Alia starts combating with the training drone, and the dude comes over and says, while Paul Atreides was like enjoying the scene, she needs to cover up, and he's from the what's he called, Fremens, and he tells him to be more progressive, don't think about such things. That's I mean, those are all racist and kind of like religion related what's it called,
modesty,
discriminatory concepts. Like, Paul raised him above a certain level is the whole idea. I mean, then he fails and such, but it's
that. I mean, and at the same time, Paul is pictured as being quite a fashy asshole too. Unlike his son Leto.
But that's probably why Frank Herbert thinks that's good.
I don't know about that, but
well, I mean, he had points.
He's dead. Who cares?
I mean, at some point he said, someone asked how many more Dune books you're going to write, and he said, as long as it sells. So I'm not gonna really.
Okay.
I'm not gonna really concern myself with how he thinks, but the books have racist undertones at the very fucking least.
Yeah,
I mean, I love them.
Yeah, I know. I haven't read them in a while, actually, and I think last time I read them, I wasn't as
aware, woke
as I am now. I was.
I mean, that's what I was saying.
I haven't read them in like 20 years, I think. So.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. When you go back to stuff you enjoyed and see the problematic sides, it kind of
not Pratchett.
Hurts.
You can go back to Pratchett.
Oh no, Pratchett.
Much as you want.
I go through the 45 books every couple of years, so it's never problematic. Yes.
Are you counting the Science of the Discworld?
No.
Okay, so that's 40 books then.
Yeah, 40 books. Yeah,
not 45. 41 with the latest Tiffany Aching, I think.
Yeah, total of 41. I'm not sure. 40 something.
41.
It's 41.
46 if you count the magic and Science of Discworld or something. Whatever.
Yeah, the four Science of Discworld books would bring it up to 45.
I'd really like to read them, though. I haven't read them yet because the books are expensive. that they don't exist in small. Why are you laughing, Jonathan?
No, I was just yawning.
I was yawning.
Oh, I thought you were silently.
We always judge you, but we're not silent about it.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, Muad'Dib is a fascist. And long live the God Emperor.
Yeah.
It's hard to call yourself a God Emperor and not also be fascist.
What? Yes and no.
I mean, I could let's fucking give it a go. I'll call you Jonathan God Emperor from now on. Let's see if you'll turn fascist.
Okay.
No, I am the God Emperor, not Jonathan.
See, it begins.
Jonathan is too nice.
Yes, I am too nice.
For those who haven't read Dune, Leto is the son of Paul Atreides, and he basically abandons his humanity to save the universe, I guess. And he becomes a kind of immortal being.
And he still fucks it all up.
Yes and no. His love for Duncan Idaho fucks it all up, but he knew it was going to happen and it had to happen. I love that character. He's so it's a character from Greek tragedy. If you like Greek tragedy, read the fucking whole of Dune.
I have.
Even the ones written by Herbert's son?
No.
No, me neither. I'm not interested. Well, that's not. I don't know. I'm not. I don't read anymore, anyways. I listen to audiobooks, and I'm just interested in Pratchett because I'm a fucking autist. Okay.
I discovered. Well, my brother discovered another series of books. I think you guys might really enjoy. Don't know if you can read it. It looked backward to me, but it should.
Threadbare, yeah. There's a lot of reflections.
Yeah, that's
on the cover. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's set in a world where RPG mechanics are built into the actual physics of the universe. People just sort of accept that, you know, you do a job and you get a little thing flashing past your eyes saying that you've gone up a level, right? And this guy...
What was that?
Threadbare by Andrew Seipel.
Please,
I'm definitely picking it up.
Yeah,
it's
can you write it down in the PM so
in fact,
can check
I'll share it in the chat.
Yeah, but I don't care about the chat. I can go back to it. No, I mean, I can't go back to it tomorrow and I want to check if there's an audiobook for that.
I already did the Facebook chat.
Okay.
And if I can acquire it, let's say.
Yes, there was a teddy bear on there, but that's how the book was spelled. Threadbare.
There was a bear and a rat
with
it was a evil eyes and a black cat.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's so this guy creates a golem.
Bunch of rats.
Yes. He creates a golem out of a teddy bear. He's trying to create a greater golem. He doesn't realize that he's succeeded, and this bear accidentally survives. Starts out with really high wisdom because he's a teddy bear, but dumb and weak and so on.
Oh my god, there was a cartoon when I was a kid with a teddy bear that became alive. Don't you remember that cartoon?
Was it
Paddington?
There was Paddington Bear, but like, was Paddington Bear always a bear, or was yeah?
Well, let's see. There was a Nickelodeon or cartoon on Nickelodeon with koala bears.
I remember there was a bear in Clementine.
Oh no, it was British. It wasn't American, so you wouldn't know about it. It was called Super Ted. It was fucking amazing.
Super Ted.
Oh, they made a movie about that too.
The cartoon.
So we know. You see, we know.
Amazing.
Fucking Europeans. Well, I'm not American. I don't know why.
Here's the cover of the second book in the Threadbare trilogy.
Oh.
You see, he's gone up a couple of levels. He's got some magic equipment.
The top hat.
And he's
and the little orc. Oh my god, the little orc.
He's building up a little crew
cute.
there. And then we have the third one. See, he's going to war to save his little girl. So he's got. So we have a little mecha there, piloted by a doll.
Yeah.
So the hero of the book is the teddy bear, right?
Yep.
That's really good.
Are they children book or not at all?
They're not really for children. No, there's
okay.
Swearing and of course violence.
Oh, okay. Well, the violence. I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's more. It could be young adult. It's older than Harry Potter even.
David has asked if anyone read P.P. Longstocking.
No, I heard of it though.
Scandi Noir.
I have. It's amazing.
I think I've seen a movie of it.
Her father was a pirate. No one believed her.
Just PP means urine in French.
Makes sense.
Well, PP means urine in English too, but we pronounce it with the long E.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I am I supposed to say PP?
Yes. Mm-hmm. If you're speaking
Kinda.
That's awful.
PP.
Yes.
Not PP, but PP.
Yeah.
It's different than Pippi. PP.
Because we pronounce it with a short I than a long I for Pippi.
So, do I pronounce I's like in the middle of the two? Because I don't say Pippi. I say PP.
You don't say PP. You say PP. Or you say PP.
Oh my God.
Because you're French.
Anyways, let's change the subject.
It's like going to the beach instead of the beach.
I have finished my corset pattern, actually.
Oh, okay.
I printed it today.
Nice.
And I'm ready to cut the mock-up. And my friend Yana delivered me an amazing little thing that's called a rotary cutter.
Is it like a pizza cutter? No.
Yes.
No.
But
no. All edge, no. All edge, no point.
To cut fabric, and it's going to be amazing on my fingers because the fabric you use to make corsets is pretty stiff. And when you cut it with scissors, oh my God, it's painful. So I'm very happy I have a little tool that will spare my little arthritic hands. And my back will soon be very happy to have a corset to hold it up, and my boobs too, because you don't have to wear a bra when you wear a corset.
Well, I don't. That I know of.
Yeah, you don't need a bra, babe. I know you say you
neither
have
a corset,
but
I do have boobs.
Yeah, but you don't need a bra for them. They're too small.
Moobs.
Yeah.
Moobs. Yeah, moobs.
Before I took off
on
all my weight, I didn't need a bra either. Those were the good days.
I did see a picture of you from 1998. That was pretty amazing.
The one with the guitar.
Yeah, that was pretty hot. Yeah,
I was 19.
Okay, let me rephrase that. That was pretty awesome.
I was hot though.
I mean, in 1998, I was 21, so
that would
be really inappropriate.
2 years. No, 19. You're just 2 years older than me.
Yes, I know. Just felt really weird to find a 19-year-old girl hot. So
I was actually not 19. I was 18 because it was on New Year's Eve between 1997 and 1998.
Oh my God, it's getting worse.
Mehmet cannot find young Julie hot.
I was hot.
I mean, I know you were hot, and I
was 18. It's okay, babe.
Thank you.
Threadbare does have audiobooks. I don't know if they'll be
yes.
easy to download, but they're out there.
Okay.
There's a fucking concert at a bar where the bourgeois who have gentrified my neighborhood go, and the guy is singing La Bamba. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
John, please don't. John, don't do that.
I won't. Don't worry.
Not talking about you, Jonathan. I kind of have a feeling that John is stewing the idea around his head and gonna hit us with La Bamba next.
Oh my God, he's not even singing the right words. Oh, shut up, motherfuckers.
It's one thing if you're in your...
He's saying baila baila la bamba. That's not the words.
That's Baila May though. That's 2 songs. Baila 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 May. That's another song.
That's... I remember that one. That was bad.
Besides, we already had our dance party 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, we're going to have a copyright strike again. Well, not if we don't play Led Zeppelin, but...
Yeah,
not unless we sing it really, really well.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that song, but the copyright.
That was fucking on point though.
Did
you fucking do that?
Yes.
Oh my God, woman!
I've told you for a while. I know off to fucking sing.
That was not just singing though. That was fucking amazing control. Oh God.
Yep, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. And now
Okay.
the song's playing in my head.
Shook.
The song's playing in my head, but I have to remember, don't sing because I shouldn't sing, but also possibly.
I mean, if you tried to do that, it would be very funny. No offense.
Yeah,
so
but
if you want to try it out loud, you can.
I'll be right back.
I can actually do that.
But Jonathan can't, which is why
exactly.
it would be very funny. You have to be on pitch to
What's the song that you were thinking, Jonathan?
The immigrant song, "Come to the Land of the Ice and Snow."
Oh yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't do the scream, the high pitched voice because nobody can hit that at all. I can't hit any notes, honestly. I think
that one.
But the band Heart, Amy, the lead singer of that band Heart, she at her peak she could hit those notes actually.
Who?
The band Heart from Seattle. They did the song Barracuda and Crazy on You.
I don't know them.
Heart? You don't know Heart? Oh my fucking God! I need to fix that.
They were big. They were big in the 80s and the 70s.
Don't yell at me, Mehmet.
Sorry, no, I wasn't yelling. I was just furious that you don't know about Heart. Heart is amazing.
They are, yes, I agree.
Magic Man or Crazy on You? Which one would you think the first? Magic Man.
Mithri is saying the court case about the last time I sang isn't over yet.
I'm gonna send you the link over here.
Yeah, send it on Facebook, babe. I can't go back.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because
oh, thank God he finished La Bamba. Oh my God.
But what's going to sing next? And what do you don't want him to sing?
I mean, if he sings in English, at least he's not butchering the word as much, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're more used to listen to English. So
yeah, I put in the Facebook chat.
Thanks. What genre is it?
Try to understand our Magic Man.
It's rock.
I'm more into metal these days, but
no, Heart is amazing. Just give them a chance.
No, I will.
They are fucking badass.
Well, I say that, and I listen to Billie Eilish too, so that's not true.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I keep listening more songs from Bollywood, and they are so fucking amazing. They're really
They are. They
Bollywood.
are.
I mean, they're better than the
Bollywood,
Who.
yeah.
Honestly, they're. It's a little repetitive because it's always rap on the verses, and the chorus sang in Punjabi, but I don't mind. I mean, I've listened to Rage Against the Machine my whole life, so talk about repetitive.
Do you guys like rap? Actually,
I do.
You do.
I like good
I can
rap.
listen to it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a couple of links later on. One of those is with like I first thought the band was actually about the whole very masculine and sexist rap at first, like John Thick and shit like that. And
I don't mind that kind of stuff in the
no. I don't really like them.
What I don't like is like modern, like quote unquote hip hop with a lot of auto tune and R&B vibe. I really don't like that.
But it's
hip hop like the Wu-Tang and Beastie Boys and stuff like that, I really like.
They are very old school, and the best thing about them is they are actually pro BLM.
Okay.
They are actually satiring the toxic masculine
the bitch rap. That's I call that the bitch rap.
Yeah, the bitch rap thing. They are satiring it, and it's quite beautiful actually. I just can't remember their name. Let me give me a moment so I'll find them for you. And maybe John.
I'm not going to listen to it now. Anyways, I like to.
Maybe John can just put it in the background. Is what I'm talking about. What was their fucking name?
Oh yeah, Jonathan. I know Brass Against. It's pretty cool.
Others mentioned like brass bands and stuff like that. So I said like Brass Against is pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah. I like them. But
Run the Jewels. Yes, Run the Jewels.
Run Jewels. Okay. There was like something else I wanted to like mention.
Where's John?
He went to the bathroom or something like that to get a drink. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to poop.
They have this song called "Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck" with Zach De La Rocha.
Oh, cool!
And the clip, the video clip, it just fucking destroys me. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I'm gonna send it to you.
There it is.
Okay,
have you seen the assholes losing their shit because Black Sabbath released a T-shirt in favor of BLM? Like,
oh, that's fucking. They're idiots.
After Rage Against the Machine fans, Black Sabbath fans are realizing that the group they are fan of is left wing. I mean,
that's some idiocy, man. Come on.
Pigs, what did they think it was about? For fuck's sake!
I have no idea.
I'm not as shocked as Rage Against the Machine fans not realizing. I mean,
thank you. I will do what you tell me. Thank you. I will do what you tell me.
No, but I mean, Rage Against the Machine lyrics.
Rage against the ice cream machine.
Yeah, the toaster.
Rage
against
dishwasher.
The toaster. The thing is, Rage Against the Machine, they didn't deal with metaphors. They were pretty,
straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah,
they burned a flag on stage.
With Rage Against the Machine, they burned a flag. When was it? 1998, something like that.
Yeah.
Tom Morello
they were
fucking
around.
Tom Morello has had a guitar with written
This
"Armed
machine
Homeless."
kills, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Written on it for 20 years now. What?
I'm the homeless, and he always shares that one with this machine kills fascists.
Oh, the
I mean,
what was his name?
I can't
Hello,
remember
Wesley.
either. Hello, I
Oh no, hi Wesley, the guy who had the guitar.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But that's the thing, isn't it? Like he always had this chap with Commie on it, or the Red Star.
I want to call him Woody, but I think
Woody here. Woody Arlo Guthrie.
yes.
Yeah, Woody. Yeah.
Oh, it was actually Woody.
Mm-hmm.
For once.
Yeah, Woody, not Rudy, though.
No, I was saying Woody with a.
Yeah. It's not usually Woody. It's actually someone.
I can't really tell the difference between R and W because I'm Turkish.
Mm.
Okay, so last week you were pretty down. Are you feeling better, Mehmet?
I am, yes. Well,
is your relationship? Are you married?
No, it's
or
not improved. No, it's we've broken it up.
Oh,
definitely.
I'm sorry.
We are friends. It's kind of hurting me, but I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I mean it's something I've been there before. I mean I can deal with that.
Okay.
The only problem is she sometimes goes back to our old habits and messages me, and I'm like fucked for 2 hours and such. But it's quite all right. I'm fine.
Okay.
And
we don't have to talk about that if you don't want to.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, you're my friends, and you have all the right to know about my well-being, and I'm quite all right to talk about myself at all the fucking time, as you already know.
John.
Yes, that's why you called him Wesley.
The dog in black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Okay. I always worry. Don't tell me not to worry. I'm the mom friend. That's what I do.
I know you're going to worry, and I'm going to give you the deeds. The 411 was it? Was it 411?
Yeah, the information.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll give you the 411 on the DL.
No, I don't need to hear it. Anyways,
you kind of need to. You kind of need to.
I'm still going to worry anyways because I'm the mom friend, and that's what I do. That's how I am. I always worry about my friends. And sometimes it's annoying, but at least I have stopped. I have stopped telling. I once told Jonathan to blow his nose, so
At least nose. I mean, that's an improvement.
Yes, but at least I haven't treated you like a child yet.
I mean, yes. I am fucking older than you, so
that has nothing to do with anything. Sometimes I treat Tom like a child, so. So
Terry Pratchett said it. Once you become a mom, everyone else gets a little tiny label that says child.
Yes, except I'm not a mom, so that's the worrying
You're a mom.
thing.
You're totally a mom.
You became a mom. If you say
you're the anarcho-communist.
Yes, I'm the mom friend.
You become the mom friend, so like, you're.
Oh my god!
I'm the one who always has, meds in her purse. I don't have snacks anymore because I can't make them, but I used to bake every time I was going to see friends, because maybe they were underfed. The mom friend. Anyways, Tom sent me stuff again. So I think I'm going to make my project half covered in Tom stuff. It's amazing. He sent me a map of Wisconsin with dots in places he likes and where he lives and stuff like that. It's so cute. And he sent me a magnet of Wisconsin.
Oh, that's another thing that also happened like this week. I think it's like the Pepsi company of like, or other like companies have like no more Aunt Jemima. That's a syrup that's like is sold in America. They're also discontinuing Uncle Ben's rice as well. And
that's
this
good.
Is
I saw the aunt thing.
Aunt Jemima.
That's syrup, butter syrup thing looks gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, really racist.
Yes, exactly.
No, but I mean, I'm French. We like our butter. Don't give me fake butter syrup. That honestly, that sounds.
Oh, you're talking about the fact that the Aunt Jemima.
Yes,
Aunt
Jemima thing being a corn syrup and maple aroma thing, yeah. I don't care about that, but they're changing the name. That's quite spot on. I am
so apparently Cunty Beardo and his token
Which Cunty
black
Beardo?
Anti-capitalist Cunty Beardo.
Okay.
Oh, the one with the button in his head. Foss?
Yeah, no. Peter
Coffin.
Coffin.
Okay.
Peter Coffin and Angie actually bitched about that. Everybody knows it's a commercial thing. They're not being woke or whatever, but it's still a good thing.
Yeah.
Being less racist, even if it's to sell shit, is a good thing. Stop bitching about it, for fuck's sake.
I agree. I mean, being less racist is always a good thing. I mean, I keep saying that even fucking capitalism is aware that you fuckboys are out of season. I mean, we need to embrace that fucking shit. I mean, I hate capitalism, but even the capitalist bros are like, no, we're not gonna take your pennies and we're gonna take the woke money. That's fucking awesome. I mean,
but also it comes from people who are bitching against identity politics because the working class, blah blah blah, they have never been working class in their entire lives.
Yeah.
Also,
you can't have social
white,
equity without economic
and
equity.
I'm
You
not
can't have
fucking
economic
racist.
equity without social equity. I mean,
agreed.
The revolution has to be woke.
They say identity politics alienates the working class. The working class isn't made up of
that's fucking class reductionism.
Yes.
It's whitewashing also, black workers.
Yes, and women and queer workers and disabled workers. I mean, I'm working class. Well, hell, shit, I'm fucking lumpen proletariat, for fuck's sake. And,
if you're not intersectionalist, you have no place in my heart. That's basically it. I mean, you care about it or not. That's
a revolution
else,
that isn't intersectional and aware of identity politics cannot succeed.
No.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Mithril.
Cannot succeed.
Bye, Mithy.
That's why the Russian Revolution didn't succeed, actually.
Well, the thing is, communists in the U.S. early on were leaning hard on IDPOL to identify, to organize, and to help explain how and why.
Later.
No, I'm talking about early 20th century.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Communists in the U.S.
What do you call
heavily.
Liberal identity politics, David? But because when Angie, for instance, says liberal identity politics, she talks about trans people. Okay.
I think that guessing
because anti-racism is okay, but if you fight for queer rights, it's liberal, So
I would guess that it's kind of like, this also happened. Amy Klobuchar said that she's not going to take Joe Biden's position as VP, and said that Joe Biden should get a black woman. Amy Klobuchar, who was, and she said that Joe Biden's VP pick should be a black woman. That's
AKA
not
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost certainly going to be Harris.
Yeah, it will be, and that's
so
kind of like
transphobic bitch cop is going to be the VP. Okay.
And that's what I'm guessing that David's alluding to liberal identity politics.
But that's not
hire more women guards.
That's not what identity politics are, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really being tired of people calling everything identity politics when it's absolutely not identity politics.
Mm-hmm.
And calling something an identity politics is a fucking dog whistle.
Yeah.
People who
do
identity politics.
Yes,
honestly,
it's
that's
a tool of white supremacy.
Huge red flag.
That's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, identity politics, everything is identity politics, for fuck's sake.
Well, what you're describing, David, is not actually identity politics. That's liberal bullshit.
Representation. Yeah.
Representation isn't... Identity politics aren't about representation. It's about... It's very complex. I'm not going to summarize the whole philosophy now, but it's a way of life, quote unquote. It's not. It's a way of people to organize with the people that are like us. I mean,
to identify how oppression happens within society. And how we can
I mean, identity politics was coined when Black women decided to organize among themselves. So there's nothing liberal about that. And
the way liberals do it is to bring in tokens.
Yeah, but it's not identity politics anymore. You know what I mean? That's...
Well, I think that's
like saying TERFs are feminist. They're not.
I think that's what
they cosplay as feminists, but they're not. We should stop calling them that.
I'm guessing that David is alluding to that it's by the liberal part of it. It means it's not identity politics, but they call it that.
Yeah, but fuck them. I mean,
I agree.
I mean, who cares about liberals? I mean,
they call Bernie Sanders socialist. We all know it's not. So
I love the tweet about it. You don't have to put liberal on your tweet persona. That what's it called? The bio. Twitter bio, because everyone will know you're a liberal when they see you're wrong. I mean, it's who the fuck cares about them?
No, but David, my point was that, like Angie talks about liberal identity politics when she's called out for transphobia. So that's what they do.
Same way with Sam Harris.
Queer politics is liberal, and disability politics is liberal. You know what I mean? That's
it's a way of stopping the conversation.
Let's stop using. Let's stop talking about liberal bullshit as liberal identity politics. It's not identity politics. It's like,
I mean, liberal bullshit is liberal bullshit.
We don't call Bernie a liberal socialist. We know he's not a socialist, so we don't call him a socialist. We call him something else.
Bernie is right of center. I mean,
he's a socialist.
I don't think he's right of center. I think he's slightly left.
I don't think he's left.
Slightly left of center. But...
I mean, I know you French people are kind of conservatives, but I understand. I understand where you're stumped, but
I'm talking about his economical stance.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. The thing is, he's kind of leftist.
Barely.
He's barely leftist.
Yes.
By American standards, that makes him a dangerous fringe radical.
Wait, I need you to continue to chastise David in the chat. Good luck. I'm not talking about assholes I don't know. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you stopping calling them liberal and identity politics, because you're not a moron and you understand. I don't
put
care
quotes
about
around
the
identity politics. It's liberal
assholes.
identity politics.
Yes.
But it's not even in quotes. It's not identity politics.
That's what the quotes are for.
Yes.
To show that it's not identity politics.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm pissed with that subject because I think we have heard way too many actual leftists a bitch about identity politics.
Mm-hmm.
And what it means is we don't want intersectionality and we want class reductionism. That's all.
Yeah, it's a huge problem in my opinion. It's a huge fucking problem. I mean, they are traditionalists, and traditionalists in my fucking book means you are
conservative.
Yes, basically. But what I was going to go with more of flowery words, like it's accepting bullying from dead people. Like you really can't be not intersectional and accept people to understand what you're talking about. It's their fucking lives. I mean, I'm a straight passing by, and I'm kind of white where I live. I mean, I'm not. I am fucking privileged. I'm quite all right. I'm a public servant. I earn a lot of money and stuff like that. I'm not really hurt by most of those problems, but I know compassion because I'm bi, and it's fucking hurting me to not being able to say I'm bi everywhere.
Thank you for using the word compassion and not fucking empathy.
Empathy. Why would I use empathy? I can't empathize. It's
everyone is using that word.
Yes, it has to be compassion. It has to be compassion because it has to come with complete acceptance. I mean, when a disabled person comes to me with something about their lives, I'm not supposed to empathize. I need to understand.
You can't.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't. I'm not supposed to do that. What I'm supposed to do is accept, put it in my agenda, put it in my life, and show compassion. That's all That's all I'm needed to do. I mean, it's basic. We are. All of us here in this podcast are actually quite tough people, because we know compassion is quite rare, and we have compassion because we know compassion is quite rare. You see what I mean?
I don't think in my case it's a choice, but that's how I am.
No, I'm not talking about choice. I'm talking about the way we are shaped. I mean,
okay.
If
David,
you
have decided. Excuse me, just 1 second. David has decided to not understand what I was talking about. So, anyway,
you go ahead. You go ahead.
Call it what you want, David. Fuck it. Go ahead, Mehmet.
I mean, what I was trying to say was basically, if you talk about class, that's something to me. If I was a woman, that would be fewer things to me.
Well, it's still a thing, but
no. Obviously,
it's one among a lot.
Just let me finish. Let me finish.
Yes,
I'm bi. I'm anarcho, and I'm a dude, and I'm working class.
And you're a slut.
1 in 4, let's say. I mean, 1 in 20 maybe. But if I was a woman, that would be 1 in 5. If I was a black woman, that would be 1 in 6.
Yep.
If I was a black trans woman, that would be 1 in 7.
Mm-hmm.
And this is fucking reducing it to like same numbers. You understand what I'm saying? It's not 1 in 7, it's 1 in 125 maybe. But I'm just reducing it to make it easier to understand. I mean, class is one thing, and I know it's interconnected that I have that class because I'm fucking bi and, you know, anarcho and stuff like that. But doesn't change the fact that my reality is that I have like 20 other things to worry about, and you come to me with class, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
No, but class is important. Of course, it's important. But
Of course, it is important,
But it's not the only
one.
more important
But
than the rest.
Yes, that's
Just
what I'm saying.
because-
It's one thing among
But that's because it's
20
often
other
people
things.
who just have that in their life. I mean, it's often. Angie is an exception because I think she's. I don't want to talk about Angie because, anyways, but it's mostly white, able cis dudes that are class reductionists. You seldom see people who are marginalized in more ways being class reductionists because they get it. They're living it. So,
unless they feel strongly about another axis that they just don't like very much, Angie.
I don't. Anyways, once I was on a stream, there was a bunch of black men talking about Coffin and Angie, and I said Angie was Peter's token black, and I was kicked because, yeah, I get it, but I mean, Angie, I don't get her, but she's a smart woman, and I don't get how she got brainwashed like that, but by Coffin. But you know, anyways, seeing a black woman spewing that kind of shit, I don't get it. She never was a pro. She went to university. Her family always had money. She doesn't know what it is to be a working class, and I'm pretty sure Peter Coffin doesn't know either, because the guy tried to get fame by kicking himself in the balls on TV. I mean, anyways, sorry, I don't mean to bitch about them. I need to stop. No, but I mean, I need to stop doing that. But I
Stop
find
doing
that
what? We're talking about testicles. Wait.
No,
spaced out for a minute.
It was a pun on Society of the Spectacle.
Getting upset,
Testicles.
about bread tubers. I need to stop caring.
I sold that. Bread tube.
I really needed to ask it because I'm a complete, what's the word, ignorant hickey. What's a bread tube? Is it the class?
No, bread tube is leftist YouTube.
Specifically, it was supposed to be anarchist.
Okay, so
YouTubers,
but it has been hijacked by all leftists as a
pretty much, exactly. Because like,
as a label.
Yeah, that's what I got actually, because bread, you know, you work and you fight for your bread and stuff like that. But it sounded kind of tanky.
It's about the conquest of bread from
because
Kropotkin.
It was because it was like a meme for people to say to others, read the bread book, and that became the internally to the bread pill. Giving people the bread pill is telling them to read the bread book, and then the bread tube, and it was always a fan community. It was always just like a fan movement.
I got you.
Yeah, and that's how it's like people will put up like Steve Shives like videos when he talks about politics and like trans issues onto r/breadtube.
Yeah,
or,
people
like,
think it's breadtube, and I'm like, no. I love.
no one better gets up there. Secular
I
talk
love
sometimes
Steve
get
to
up there.
bits, but he's a fucking liberal.
He is a
he's not
liberal.
even close to being an actual leftist. I still love him, but
Yeah, that's exactly.
you know that
You love him.
Steve Shives.
Steve Shives. The
He's a
YouTuber Steve Shives.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah.
You're right, Marty.
Well,
no, it's about
Marty-
making money, Brad.
Marty, bread is money. Well, oh my god.
That's
Come
true,
on.
yeah.
It's the thing, isn't it? Like, I liberal.
Yeah, there's ContraPoints in the
is-
lot. I'm sure you know her.
Who?
ContraPoints.
ContraPoints.
I know ContraPoints, but who is there?
She's in
The YouTuber
bread
ContraPoints?
tube thing. She's one
Yes.
of the bread tube people.
I've
Brad-
watched
I
one of her
mean,
videos in a
Natalie.
while, though.
Natalie,
Yes.
Natalie
Natalie
is trash.
Lynn.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I used to love her, but she's trash.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
She is
she's an
trash.
asshole.
She's considered leftist.
Yes.
Well, at the
You-
beginning, by liberals,
She was
yes.
far more leftist early on.
Yes.
Yeah, and
She
so
was. I mean, yeah, I know she was.
when
but
we
she's
talk
not
about
anymore.
BreadTube, we talk about those YouTubers who typically were leftist at the beginning and then became big,
Mhm.
and
and
then
became liberal. Got ya.
not really liberal, but made a lot of money with their
No,
content.
liberal. No.
But that's what we can like refer to as bread tubers, and like for us, we have a name for those like not real anarchists, but leftists that try to make money with like YouTube as cake tubers as well. Because hey, let's meet cake. Yeah, I thought we canceled her too, but Marty,
Yes.
but it's like that's really a thing because oh god. I mentioned
Poor Natalie, she's been cancelled so many times. I'm sure she doesn't have any fan left.
but apparently, according to a total douche who was kicked from this Discord server I'm part of, cancel culture is us telling you not to watch someone's videos because this one douche was posting videos from the official totem into a Discord server I was a part of.
What?
Yes, this is the guy who says Blue Lives Matter, and
Okay.
so we challenged him on that. Apparently, that's cancel culture, telling someone not to
Don't
watch.
talk to people who say Blue Lives Matters. They
Oh, we
just-
kicked up. He got kicked from the server. So yeah.
No, but I mean, just
What happened in 5 seconds?
don't talk to them.
I
Okay.
don't, and that's the thing.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
I'm not 100% sure about Nat Levine. The reason I'm asking is I'm not trans,
Mhm.
so I might be missing some finer points here. But you folks are much better than me in following the recent trends. So I'm asking you. The way I see it, she became more and more. What's the words? Lukewarm.
Yes.
In her lefty politics,
Yeah.
and she revealed that she's true scum.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
She
mean,
didn't
that's why
reveal. She's saying she's not true scum, but she's platforming true scum. She's
I know she
pushing
doesn't say
true
she's
scum.
true scum. Yeah, I know she doesn't say.
Marty says in the chat, Mehmet, wait, you're not trans.
I'm not. No.
You want to come on
quite
stream,
cis.
Marty?
Well, hold on.
Well, it'll be kind of late, and I do need to.
Oh yes, it's
Get Wednesday
sorry, I
out.
didn't see the time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like we've been going for like 2.5 hours, and like, but like we can have Marty on again, and I get a
No,
future date.
sorry, I didn't. I hadn't seen the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we love to have Marty back on again.
Definitely.
We should do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. But
I mean, Jonathan is the only non-cis
yeah, exactly.
present.
And I consider myself like trans and having that trans identity. Even though some non-binary folks don't consider themselves trans, it's a thing.
I think they're trans because being trans just means
not cis.
They're not cis,
or
that's
like
for sure.
right,
Unless you were assigned non-binary at birth, you're not
Exactly.
cis.
Yes, it's kind of lame. Yes, gotta go. Yes, and we're probably going to like wrap up after finish our points, because like even though it's we got into exciting conversation, I think we're in a good place to like stop, as it were. But yeah, the whole bread tube thing.
Stop trying to fuck David, Mehmet.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
And David is closer to like Mehmet than the rest of us because he's just up the
because he's from Finland, and Finland isn't real.
Sweden.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So any other final thoughts running in our heads are connected to the conversation or previous conversations? Because I definitely gone through all that I wanted to say.
Fuck transphobes and fuck true scum.
Yes. And it's a good thing that like there's no more Aunt Jemima, no more Uncle Ben's, no more Mrs. Buttersworth, because being less racist is still a good thing.
If it's for selling more shit, it's a good thing.
I'm not a purist. I love how capitalism is pandering to me now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm quite all right with that, and they should go on doing that. I mean, we need Ghostbusters 2. We never had it yet. Also,
well, we already had Ghostbusters 2, but it was still a pretty good movie. But I do want a sequel to.
We need another Ghostbusters 2 for the reboot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, Ghostbusters 2 wasn't a good movie at all. It was.
I disagree.
Also,
my god!
I'll also say fuck true scum, fuck liberals, and fuck transphobes, and we will not have a revolution if it's not intersectional.
Yep.
Yes.
It's never going to happen. It's going to fail, and that's going to be on us.
Remember, they used to break up strikes by bringing in black workers.
And
the white union would fold.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And they would like stoke up racism, use that as a wedge issue to like.
That's why there are no unions. Never got a foothold in the South because of racism.
W.E.D. Du Bois says that. So it's on that line of like it's okay to be less racist. There are some companies that haven't made a statement on like Black Lives Matters. I mean, Amazon has, and I could say
even fucking Bezos.
Yes, exactly.
Even that fucking Bezos made.
Yes, he should pay his workers a lot more and not fire them for like doing strikes. But yes,
that shit stain made a statement.
But Cards Against Humanity has not, and some people have like left Cards Against Humanity company because of that. So yeah,
I fucking would. I mean,
yeah. So I have no more final thoughts. Any more final thoughts? Because we can go to the pitches.
Nope.
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
Any more final thoughts before we do the pitches?
Yeah, no, let's just fuck off.
I mean, I have a lot of final thoughts. I mean,
yes, me too, but
I'm not gonna keep us here for another 2 hours.
Same.
Right, we shouldn't have like final thoughts to like start another conversation.
Yeah.
All right. How I think that Ghostbusters 2 is a good movie. But my pitches now. I'm Summer and the Geek on Twitter, Summer and the Geek on YouTube, Summer and the Geek on Twitch, and I'm going to be doing more stuff on Twitch. Especially like this coming week and next weekend. I am part of something, but we can't announce it yet. So follow my Twitter, and you'll see the announcements for that. To go to the links down below, all of them, and like I linked the Google Doc earlier up in the chat, so please share that. Because there's not only just like the charity links for our friends and comrades that like need help as always, but also links to the bail funds as well. Yes, we did not talk about ass or boobs.
Boobs are great.
That's because I was late.
Yes, but only a little.
Actually, no.
That's
Mehmet
not
talked
true.
about his moves, and
Yeah,
Julie talked
I talk
about her
about my
corset.
corset, so we actually talked about
Boom.
boobs.
There we go.
Okay, I have a Facebook page called Misandry Animals. No, that's not me. That's Julie. And I have a Facebook group called, what was it again?
Anarchist memes.
Anarchist memes.
It's a
No,
page.
that's again Julie. And I have
That's not
D&D
me. That's a whole bunch of people, including me. I didn't
And-
create that page. I mean,
and I have a D&D YouTube thing as well.
Podcast.
No, that's John.
Podcast.
Just a podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
Dungeons
I
and
have
Debacles.
nothing.
And we've
I
finally gotten to the big twist that I've been trying to not spoil.
Come
for
to.
weeks.
Yeah.
no.
I don't have anything to pitch. Just
You were
remember
going to
that.
say I have nothing, and I was going to say I have nothing, nothing, nothing.
I have a lot of things, but nothing to pitch. And you
Not
you're
even
good
yourself?
with yeah.
What
Anyone
about your
interested?
OnlyFans?
I'm wearing girl pants and I'm single. I mean, go ahead.
Yes, I have Hasanomiko leggings.
Come on, don't rain on my parade.
You're right. All right. I'm done.
All right. And with that, I think we can say goodbye.
Bye-bye, comrades,
Bye.
potential comrades.